My wife, Sarah, and her best friend, Chloe, were inseparable. I mean, they'd been joined at the hip since college. Chloe was at our house so often, she was practically family. I never thought twice about it. She was Chloe, Sarah's other half. I trusted her completely, just like I trusted my wife. Looking back, that trust was my biggest mistake. It all started subtly. A few late nights at work for Sarah, which wasn't unusual, but the frequency started to increase. Then came the girls' nights out that stretched into the early morning. I'd call, and Sarah would sound distant, a little out of breath, telling me they were just at a noisy bar and she'd be home soon. I'm not the jealous type. I believed her. Why wouldn't I? This was the woman I'd built my life with. The first real crack in my perfect little world appeared on a random Tuesday. I got off work early to surprise Sarah, maybe take her out for a nice dinner. I walked in the door, calling her name. No answer. That was strange. Her car was in the driveway. I walked through the quiet house, a weird feeling starting to creep into my stomach. I checked our bedroom. Nothing. Then I heard it. A faint whisper from the guest room down the hall. My heart started to pound. I crept closer, the floorboards groaning under my feet. The door was slightly ajar. I pushed it open, and my world just shattered. It wasn't some stranger with my wife. It was Chloe. They were there, in the guest room, in a way that left nothing to the imagination. The shock was so complete, so paralyzing, I couldn't even speak. They hadn't seen me. I just backed away, silent as a ghost, and walked right out of the house. I got in my car and just drove. I had no destination. I just needed to escape the image burned into my mind. The betrayal wasn't just from Sarah. It was a double-edged sword. Chloe, she was like a sister to me. We'd had countless conversations, shared jokes, and she'd even given me advice on what to get Sarah for her birthday. All along, she was looking me in the eye, knowing she was sleeping with my wife behind my back. How could someone do that? How could they both lie to my face, day in and day out, with such ease? When I finally came back home hours later, Sarah was frantic. She'd been calling and texting, asking where I was. The act was sickening. I just looked at her, and she must have seen something in my eyes, because her fake concern melted away. You know, she whispered. I didn't have to say a word. The aftermath was a blur of arguments, tears, and a whole lot of ugly truths coming to light. It turned out it wasn't a one-time thing. It had been going on for over a year. A whole year of my life was a lie. A year of shared dinners, holidays, and quiet evenings where they were both playing me for a fool. I moved out the next day. The pain of leaving the home we built together was immense, but staying was impossible. Every corner held a memory that was now tainted. The person I thought I knew, the life I thought I had, it was all an illusion. Trust is a fragile thing, especially in such a devastating way. It's almost impossible to piece back together. This experience taught me that the deepest betrayals often come from the people you hold closest. It's a hard lesson, one that I'm still learning to recover from. Rebuilding my life from the rubble of their lies is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Thank you for listening to my story. It's important to share these experiences, to know you're not alone. If you've been through something similar, remember that healing takes time, but it is possible. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.